and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
It's Tuesday, so you know I'm doing my Suge Knight thing. What's good, y'all? I'm Winston A, Marshall, a.k.a. the Swaggy Blurred, and welcome to SEN Live. Stepping in for Christian Harloff because, you know, he's out here trying to make your SCHMOEDOWN dreams come true. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. And, of course, you know, in order to do that, I had to have the other person that is in the running with me for Manager of the Year, Miss Roxy Striar, in the building. What's up, girl?
What's up?
Oh, you're looking very, like, elegant and mature today, you know,
hey, this is the conversation I had with Brett before the show. Brett said, I like the way you're looking today, Roxy. And I said, thanks so much, Brett. This is my mom's shirt. I always wear it when I need a little extra support. And he said, oh, I'm not talking about anything that would be in your lower regions. I meant from your neck up. That was the real conversation.
There we go.
My favorite part about Roxy Striar is no matter what you put in the private chat, the pre-show, the post-show, private text messages, the FaceTime, she might air it all out, so just be careful.
Hey, and I expected in return. And honestly, I was really grateful. He liked my hair.
Speaking of hair, with the flirting files himself, Mr. Brett Sheridan in the building. What's good, man?
It's good. It's good. I got my cat chilling with me that kind of blends in. She decided to come chill.
Wait. Oh, shit. That is your cat.
Yeah.
Holy crap. That was a really good. Yo, your cat should work for the CIA or something.
Yeah, she blends in. She's she's exhausted from waking me up at 5 every morning. It really wears her out.
Already shots fired for Brett Sheridan. Obviously, the man on the news, always making it happen, Mr. Alex Marzoña.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Good, man. Good to see.
Good, cool. It's a Tuesday.
And then I can't really make fun of this guy because we're both out the playoffs because we both trash, and he technically won between the two of us because he's got a better draft pick than me. Mr. Ryan Nilsen, what's good, man?
What's good? Yeah, we might have a better draft pick, but you know, our heads are still low after that disgusting performance. We got into it yesterday. I was not proud to be a Philadelphian that day, but I'm proud to be on this show.
That's what's up, man. That's all that matters is moving forward. You know, 2021 feels like a better year for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know about the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll see. We'll see in the fall, but you know, high draft pick, man. I mean, look what Chase Young did for the Washington football team. It got them to get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. So there you go. Alex, why don't you hit us with the movie news, since that's more what this show is about, and tell us what's going on, man, in the universe.
Alrighty, guys.
DCEU
We know.
universe, even.
Yeah, we know that
Good
Michael
one,
Keaton.
Winston.
Thanks, Rox.
We know that Michael Keaton will be back as Bruce Wayne in the upcoming The Flash movie, but according to the New York Times, Keaton could be usurping the main DCEU's Cal from Ben Affleck. While Robert Pattinson's Batman would occupy Earth 2 of the DC multiverse, Michael Keaton's appearances as Batman exist on another Earth. The Flash is sure to get up to some time/multiverse changing shenanigans, bringing Keaton into Earth 1. But Winston, do you think a move to establish Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne as the Batman in the DCEU proper is the right move, and will it work?
I don't think it will. I mean, first of all, how old is Michael Keaton? I probably should have, like, in the moments that you were talking, knowing
37.
Yeah, just about
37,
38.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a half.
Yeah.
Right. He's almost 70. So, like, unless this is a move to make him the Bruce Wayne that eventually, like, mentors Terry McGinnis to become Batman, this seems like a terrible plan. And I love me some Michael Keaton, but, like, we saw what happened with the Irishman. I'm not trying to DH him down because that your movements still look like an old man's movements. I mean, granted, his Batman, because the way the suit was built, is essentially one giant rubber thing, which is why he had to literally rip his mask off in Batman Returns. Doesn't necessarily mean that he was out here doing any sort of crazy stunts in the first place. It was very just kind of rigid, like, you know, right. So it is what it is. But I don't know how, if we're going for old Bruce, great. I'm all completely on board with that. a retired Bruce. Again, the guy behind the back computer communications to Terry. I'm good with all of that, but I don't know how I feel about him trying to be Batman in his prime. That there's a reason why Robert Pattinson was cast to play this other version of Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like why you even had Ben Affleck, who at the time would have been in his late 40s, early 50s, which is still like, you know, he was still able to get in that prime physique. If you're telling me that Michael Keaton he doesn't have to get jacked, but get in like decent shape and move like a fucking vigilante, great. But I don't see it personally. I mean, Roxy, again, I know you and Ryan, DC movie news. I mean, are y'all on board with this? Like, I
have so much going on in my mind, Winston. First of all, Ryan and I's text chain with DC movie news yesterday was so confusing to me because I put this news in the chat and Mike Kalinowski was like, we already knew this. And I was like, maybe you already knew this. I super duper did not already know this. And maybe he was reading between the lines or the tea leaves more than I was. This was surprising news to me. It was also shocking how much the internet was behind this. Like the outpour of love and support for this move was like, what? Like, and I'm not even saying I'm against it, but the amount of people on the internet that were like, yes, bringing Keaton back as Batman for the next several movies. Hell yeah. I was like, what? Wait, what? Like somebody's going to have to explain something to me. So we knew that Keaton was going to be making an appearance in the Flash movie. We thought that Affleck was going to be making an appearance in the Flash movie as well. Right. But now it seems like the news is that there are going to be 2 full-blown Batmans, and one of them is Robert Pattinson, and he's got his own universe going on, and one of them is Michael Keaton, and he's joining the DCEU. Now, need us remember that in the DCEU, it's not like we're casting around Keaton. We're all cast. We're locked and loaded over there. That's Gal Gadot. That's Ezra Miller. That's maybe Henry Cavill. We're not sure. That's Ray Fisher. Like that's Momoa. That's who the Justice League is, and it's Keaton. What does that mean? So
did Batman just get like hit with an age beam and everybody else is like chilling and shit? Because like essentially you like you said, that young ass like visceral cast, and then all of a sudden Batman just aged a shit. I mean, I guess. But
here's why it could work. So I said all the things I said, but here's why it could work. Because number one, there's no shot in hell, Winston, that what they're doing is de-aging him. They're not going to sign somebody on for a multi-picture deal as Batman with the intention being we wanted to cast somebody younger, but instead we went this route. Like it just would make no sense. I think that there's less than 1% chance that that's what they're doing. So they obviously have some kind of plan here, some kind of Nightwing plan, some kind of Robin plan, some kind of come up plan. And if that means that Keaton is involved in this universe as grumpy old Batman or whatever the hell it is, and then we get somebody else out there like kicking butt and taking names, is that the direction that I necessarily would have gone in or thought to go in? Maybe not, but it's kind of cool to have Keaton back and they'll play to his strengths. So this really could work. I'm just shocked with how many people were stoked about it.
Yeah, I mean, again,
Curly Balls donated $20. Someone tell this person to stop farting. We don't need the massage down here and want to live.
Oh, I do want to say that thank you to the chat. They are telling us that that rumor has been debunked by the tweet author himself, but this is a good thought exercise to have anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Dena Geek came out with an article that basically said, all right, it's not that he's getting all of his own films, Keaton. It's they falsely reported that, and that's what the fans kind of like ran with, because I guess the question was this: they were asking a WB rep, and they said, all right, so you're gonna have the Pattinson Batman, and then what's the other Batman? They're like, it'll be Keaton, because the next new DC movie minus Snyder Cut Justice League that will feature Batman will be Flashpoint, the Flash movie, and that's where apparently
you calling it Flashpoint, Ryan?
I'm calling it Flashpoint.
James Lavario donated $20. Yo, what's up, crew? Got my personalized World Girl calendar yesterday. Can I just say that usually September is normally mostly terrible, but I love the Harry Potter theme. What have you all been doing in the new year? Keeping to your Essies? Trevor Fast donated $20.
There we go.
Good
you.
morning, crew. Got
Good
a
morning.
GST deposit this morning, so here's $20 for you. Chunk you rock. Winston stay swaggy. Alex and Ryan, I had an image of you guys as Rocky and Bullwinkle while blazing this morning and can't stop thinking about it. Hi, Brett.
Gosh.
No.
Which was
So,
which?
To answer your question about resolutions, so oh God, I didn't want to see that. So one of the resolutions that I had, I actually saw this on. I'll show you in a second. So one of the TikTok, I've been making TikToks, which has been fun, but I've also been like watching them. And there was actually a really good one from this girl that does like financial TikToks where you take 100 envelopes about this size and you write a number on it. And then either once a week or twice a week, depending on how fast you want to go, whatever the number is, you put that set amount of money in it. And by the time you get to the end of the year, if you did it twice a week, you'll have $5,050 saved. So I'm like pretty excited about it. It's something that I've been doing. The first one, because I knew I was in a good place because of that stimulus check right now. I started with the $100 envelope, but the rest of it's supposed to be random. But unfortunately, I shuffled the envelopes, and the next one is 81. So I had to put 181 in this week, and I'm not excited about it. But that's been my main resolution because I want to be able to save more money to do more things. So far, that and running, I started running again. So
Mine is I want tea to be hand delivered to me whenever I'm on air.
Just so you know, when my wife gets in the shower in the morning, I make her tea, and it's on the counter of the sink. So we return the favors. But yeah, I got in here. I'm like, I don't have tea, and she's like, what do you want? And thankfully, she had a meeting this morning and said that she could, I said, do you need me to pause the camera? She's like, no, I did my hair and makeup. It's okay.
Brett, what does she do? I've never asked you that.
She's the, well, do I say that?
Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, she's the executive assistant to a restaurant chain.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, yep.
Thank you for letting me know.
I think I've probably said the company before. I don't know. Sometimes these things make us like, oh, what?
I know.
People?
The panic
Especially
is setting in.
Kids, I never mention where they go to school. That's or she's not allowed to ever put anything like, well, they go to school here, so I guess they'd have to figure out my address right now. But anyway, Michael Keaton, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? I mean, again, this is a good thought exercise. This has been debunked.
Well, it hasn't fully been debunked. So that's the thing. Like, I was reading you, chat. It hasn't been fully debunked. There's also been talk about what's going on with Batgirl and the training of her. Not that everything she says is law, but if you were looking at Grace Randolph's tweet, she was talking about how she's been saying this about Batman, and then there's this Batgirl element, and that they're going to bring in part of the Bat family. I think that based on that response, it was pretty clear to me that Keaton is going to be involved not just in Flashpoint, but at least another movie, which to me would make him the DCEU Batman. What that movie would be, I don't know. Justice League 2. I mean, we have no effing idea what they're doing with their slate right now in terms of when Batman's making an appearance.
Nate_Sudfeld donated $20. Hey Ryan, I was told to go in and win the game. I did my best, don't hate me.
Nate Sudfeld subbed in for Jalen Hurts in the final quarter of the game. Yeah, Sudfeld. God, I hope Keaton comes back and just kicks his ass. Least favorite player on the roster. Get rid of him. Sorry. What were you saying, Roxy?
Just that I know that people are saying this rumor has been debunked, but it's super duper has not been debunked. Like, I'm not saying that Keaton's signing on to a 12-picture deal here.
Right.
I do think that there is truth to this, and I don't know exactly what that looks like, but I don't think that this was like every part of this was false. So I think it is still worth talking about.
No, for sure. I mean, Alex, what do you personally think about it, man? I mean, obviously you read the story out, but what about your opinions on the idea of Michael being a bigger part of the DCEU going forward? How about that? Maybe we don't know necessarily that he's just replacing Affleck, but what do you think about him having a more expanded role in the DCEU going forward?
Yeah, like I know, like the Batman Beyond theory, like of him mentoring a new Batman would be pretty cool to see, and they can recast or cast a newer, more younger Batman, Batgirl, in to be the main action Bat person in the DCEU. So I think in that regard, he'd be better as a mentor. And I just want to see him back in the DC universe. That'd be pretty cool. So I'm excited for, as Ryan calls it, Flashpoint. So we'll see.
I mean,
Andy Muschietti's.
The thing that's just so frustrating about this is to compare this to Marvel with Spider-Man. We know we're getting, I don't know if we know for a fact, but we're probably getting the other iteration of Spider-Man. We're probably getting Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Similarly to this, we're getting an old Keaton Batman to pop up in some kind of multiverse time travel thing involving the Flash. What just really bums me out is a year ago, Ben Affleck's like, I'm never coming back. I'm done. I'm out. This summer, yeah, I'm coming back. He's reshooting stuff for the Snyder Cut. Keaton's coming back. And this article would have led you to believe Keaton's now going to be the person after the Flash. And it's like, okay, so is Affleck just coming back for Snyder Cut and now there's nothing? Is this one-off with Keaton and then there's just no current Batman aside from Pattinson in that universe? Like, it's all over the place. I have no clue what's going on or which actors and what to believe which actors.
The good news on that though, Ryan, is that that's okay. Like, is it ideal? No, but we've, in a universe where particle accelerators explode and there's a Lazarus pit and there's multiple Earths, there's always ways to do something.
True.
And there's multiple timelines as well if we're talking Flashpoint. So there's always ways to make something work or to shoehorn something in. And will it be like pretty at first? Maybe not. But Ben Affleck, I bet there's more of an open door with a lot of these actors who are gone, then want to come back. With Ben Affleck specifically, we know he's close with Snyder. We know that a lot of the people that were part of the Snyder Cut feel allegiance to Snyder and wanted to come back to support his vision. I don't think many of us thought that he was going to be the Batman moving forward, even if he appeared in Flash, because Ben Affleck came out very, very clearly and said, I was thinking about being Batman again, and the people closest to my life told me, don't do it. It will kill you. Right. So that's something we're not rooting for. We're not rooting for somebody to sign up for a project that they can't handle. We know that he's been working on his sobriety, that he's been working on his relationships, that he's been working on his happiness. And if being Batman doesn't work for him, we don't want that actually. So as much as I love Batfleck, it only works if he's mentally sound enough to be Batfleck.
I completely agree with that, and don't mistake this me wanting. I would love Affleck to come back, but obviously, if he that's something he's not interested in doing, especially the people around him suggest he not do, he probably shouldn't. And yet, he is doing reshoots for the Snyder Cut. Like that was a report this summer, so he is putting on the cowl. He did put on the cowl one more time, even after saying that quote. Which again, like that's just I think where I'm a little confused, and I think I would be really into seeing this like older Batman take and just committing to Keaton or whatever comes out of that. But if now that they're pulling back on this, it's like, okay, so after we have this fun with Keaton, where do they go from here?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the whole thing that's interesting. We've been trying to see this with the DCEU in general, is to hopefully see some sort of game plan. And at this point, I know that Warner's kind of up to their ears in the stuff they're dealing with the releases this year right now. So I know maybe they were trying to tip their hand a little bit to show some good news and stuff like that. But I think it's one of those things that we just kind of have to wait and see until we have some more kind of concrete, solidified news coming out of it, maybe a trailer or something. I think there's only so much that we can do as far as speculation and just kind of wait to see what happens. Because even with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and all that, it could be a situation where maybe we only see a glimpse of them. They're not actually in the movie. They make a cameo appearance. Like in the same way that some of Infinity War and Endgame, obviously we got every single hero to come through, but some of them were there for 2 seconds or there long enough to be like, I'm in the big fight. And then that's it, So we really don't know until we get a little bit more out of it. So any other thoughts? Y'all keep talking it up in the chat. I'm also going to encourage you to send in those super chats, those Streamlabs. That's how we pay the bills. That's how we stay on the show. If you like the people that you see here, do that. Hit the like button as well. All of that is super important. With that, Mr. Marzoña, man, why don't you hit us with another news story, my friend?
All right, the High Republic era of Star Wars is about to launch across multiple forms of media, including comics, novels, middle grade books, and eventually the Disney Plus TV show Star Wars Acolyte. The interconnected mega story is actually launching today with an accompanying hype trailer with the release of the first novel, Light of the Jedi, and other stories to follow throughout the year. Winston, are you excited to travel 200 years before the Skywalker saga and dive into the tomes of the High Republic?
Hell yeah, I'm excited to dive into the tomes of the High Republic. Like, fam, I haven't gotten a chance to see this trailer yet. I will probably, it's not long. It's apparently, you guys told me it's about a minute. So after I just talk about how excited I am to see, like, my favorite part is the image of them riding some version of a horse with lightsabers. So now we're like if you gave me Jedi and like medieval times, you know how lit I would be, fam? Like, I would be absolutely, like, imagine the Green Knight rolling up with a damn lightsaber being like, I'm coming to kill the king. Like, I don't even necessarily know much about the High Republic, but I am so excited to find the fuck out. I'm a huge fan of the game Knights of the Old Republic, which has its own lore. I don't know how much of that they're going to keep.
YA Films donated $20. I don't know, man.
Woo!
But Sue is all over the place right now. Ray Fisher won't play Cyborg anymore and Ezra be choking people out. So like, WTF. Hi Brett. Get that agent of yours to work.
Get my agent to work.
I mean,
for Brett as Cyborg.
I mean, oh, maybe Brett. I mean, hi Brett, get your agent work. I mean, maybe, dude, I could. No,
I think I have agents. I got to tell you that. I think I still do.
I believe you. I believe you have agents as well.
It's just real slow. It's been real slow for the last 3 years, and they're still trying. They're still trying.
Yeah. On that comment, I don't know whether they're making a joke or not, but I definitely think we're gonna see Ray Fisher as Cyborg again past the Justice League Snyder cut.
Really?
Think so?
Yes. I know he came out with that statement that he doesn't want to work with Walter Hamada ever again, or won't work with Walter Hamada ever again. But I think that they've put themselves in a little bit of a bind, because what the fuck is Warner Brothers going to do? Recast Cyborg? I guess they could live in a world in which they just completely start over again, but they've got Gal. They put a lot of backing on that horse, and same thing with Aquaman. I think that we are eventually going to get some kind of a Cyborg Flash film or Justice League 2. I don't think that this is the last of Ray Fisher.
I mean, I certainly don't hope so. I'm a big fan of his performance from what we kind of saw there, and I was looking forward to see what that fully flushed out character looks like. But yeah, we'll see about that. But to that point, Roxy, how do you feel about the High Republic? Is this something that you're geeked out about? I know you like Star Wars. Obviously, DC is your bigger wheelhouse of everything, but I know you do like Star Wars. Are you geeked to see something away from Luke Skywalker? Yeah,
keeping in mind that DC is my bread and butter and Star Wars is my casual fandom.
Yeah.
I watched this trailer. It kind of reminded me artistically of the way that they introduced the Amazons in Wonder Woman, where you're like, there was all that artwork that looked really cool. So I liked hearing the story and looking at the artwork, but I actually don't, for lack of better words here, guys, I actually don't fully get what's going on. So this is a new storyline that's being introduced across a lot of platforms. In what way is this going to affect me? Probably not, because I don't watch any of the animated shows. I don't read any of the canon novels. I don't play the games. So unless it's a live action TV show or live action movie, this probably won't have any kind of effect on me, right?
Yeah.
Going off what Chunk said, and I'm mad that the first person that called in said Chunk first, because I wanted to be the first today, but I want to help her get that to stick. So this is a hype trailer. Is that what they call a trailer of a Ken Burns effect slideshow? Is that what they call a hype trailer? Because like there's nothing about this that gave me, like Roxy said, I'm like, what?
Which kind of makes sense, because there was a lot of comic drawings. It would be weird to just be like, here's all this highly rendered art because we know you're bored and you want some Star Wars stuff. I think that was just the announcement that this is going to be spread across all different types of platforms, which is cool. I just finished the House of X storyline. I bought the complete compilation the other day. Man, that was absolutely amazing. So I'm very excited. Like, give me like a really solid, like, Star Wars like graphic novel or series of comics. That sounds amazing. Alex, what do you think about this, man?
It's like they're setting up a completely new like fantasy universe, but like with lightsabers, with that kind of pre-established, imagery, and I'm excited for it. I used to be into the canon novels back in 2016 when I had more time and stuff, and that's when I also got into comics and just getting every single issue, trying to read everything that tied in. And now that they're starting relatively fresh, I'm more inclined to jump on the boat, on the plane, the train, whatever, just get on it.
I mean, since you can't have a Quibi anymore, that would make sense. True. Be able to jump into a nice little book or novel. Ryan, what about you, man? Or is this something that you are going to be?
I went to Barnes & Noble at 9 a.m. this morning, and I got the first 2 books.
Oh, wow.
I'm a colossal sociopath nerd with this stuff. I've been incredibly hyped for this, and I'm really excited. I'm all about the Star Wars books here. I love what they've been doing with the new things. What I've been really excited for Star Wars to do, and this is where we get into like what does it mean to expand the universe? I think expanding the universe is going to a completely different time period with completely different characters, and that's exactly what these books are doing. So I couldn't be more excited to read up on this stuff. I think it's going to touch on those video games that people were such a big fan of with the Old Republic. Yeah. And when you look at this trailer, it's not really a hype video. It's Ken Burns. Here's all this concept art, and look, we planned it. But that's, I think, the thing that hypes me. Like, the thing that hypes me up as a Star Wars fan is planning. And this really shows that they went on some kind of retreat. And for 2 months, we're just like, we're going to unload all these books. We have a completely, like, large, grand-scale, beginning-to-end plan, and it's going to culminate with the TV show, The Acolyte. So I couldn't be more excited about this stuff. And I think if you're looking for something to read during this time and you're a huge Star Wars fan, this is the perfect thing for you.
Hey, man, I feel very, very excited about it. I mean, Brett, do you feel any which way about this at all, man?
Yeah, I guess so. Now I'm even more confused. So it's they're pushing a book series, but then it's going to be an animated. Is it going to be an animated series or comics or what's?
It's supposed to be comics. And let me pull this back up again. It's supposed to be comics.
Books.
Because this is across several mediums. Sorry, comics, novels, middle grade books, and then eventually this leads into the Disney Plus TV series Star Wars Acolyte.
Oh, okay.
It's a new storyline that they're rolling out everywhere, but that's why I'm saying it has no effect on me until I see it on TV.
Yeah,
so
totally.
We're a bit away from that, and that doesn't mean I'm not stoked for the people who do read the novels. I'm just not one of them. So watching this like so far in advance from a show that I'm not going to get until 2022.
Yeah.
Just like
Ryan,
I'll learn about it when it comes to my screen.
Ryan, how long are the books? Like, give me a page number.
All right. So Light of the Jedi, which is I think the first one, looks like it's around 377 pages.
I could do that. I'm gonna go buy this today.
But there's only 10 words per page, right?
I think this is the middle grade one.
There's only 10 words per page.
It's 245. I mean,
oh shit! Let me go ahead and you went to Barnes and Noble.
You got a Wookiee Jedi on the cover there, people. Do you see this?
Of course.
That is a Wookiee Jedi. Of course.
I have a work emergency. I got
all good.
For a second. Be right back.
Okay.
Guys, also just a quick shout out to Mark Andraco, the love of my life, who's in the chat right now. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Year to all of us.
Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. I hope that you had a wonderful New Year's and New Year's Day. I love reading all of your posts on Facebook. I know that you're angry. I'm angry too. People are assholes, but you bring light to my life, friend. So if you are still here and can hear that, I just want you to know that I appreciate you.
What do you guys think Brett's work emergency is?
A carpenter emergency?
Yep.
The something leaked and he has to fix it.
Or fell. maybe one of the pieces of art fell and shattered.
Oh no.
That's possible.
What's he gonna do?
He's gonna need to
I don't know.
get over there and
Put it back up.
put it back together.
During the show?
Oh, I see what you're saying though, Ryan. These just dropped today. That's what you mean you went at 9 a.m. to go get it.
Oh yeah, they
wow.
dropped today. Like and this is the other thing. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love reading the books. This was supposed to come out 6 months ago. And due to the pandemic,
really?
they pushed it. They're like, we're gonna just wait till 2021. And I just think that this is a fun side story. Like Roxy said, you don't need to read these, but if you do, it's just gonna enrich that experience. Everything else. Yeah, it's kind of how the Clone Wars was for the longest time until Mandalorian came out. And if you watch the Clone Wars, man, all those cameos meant that much more to you, but you still enjoyed them if you hadn't watched the Clone Wars. I think that's how it's gonna be with Acolyte in these books.
How much you pay for that at Barnes and Noble?
This one was a little expensive, I'll be honest. I should have probably.
How much was it?
$28.99.
Yeah, fuck that. This shit is $18 on Amazon. I don't want to make Jeff Bezos richer, but I'm poor. All right, that's why I gotta fucking save my money in envelopes. All right, so I'm gonna fucking get this shit off of Amazon.
Dude, but having $5,500 at the end of the year, that's pretty fucking awesome.
It'd be pretty solid. I'm excited about it. I mean, that's why I'm doing. I mean, I have other ways that I save money already, but this is just to kind of force me to save more, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? If all of a sudden I just magically see my money disappear in my checking account because I've been putting it in envelopes, I'm gonna be like, oh, maybe I should, not buy McDonald's. That'd be good. So, this is all good stuff. I mean, well, to that point, I was going to have Brett tell us a little bit how, we could potentially watch certain things.
Want to get to another story?
Let's get to another story until Brett gets back.
All right, Netflix's new show, Bridgerton, has been a huge hit for the service since its premiere on Christmas. The show, produced by Shonda Rhimes, is projected to reach 63 million households within its first month, while also reaching the #1 spot on Netflix in 76 countries. Bridgerton looks to be one of the biggest original series launches as well, just under The Witcher's 76 million households, and has been getting excellent reviews, with the lead, Regé-Jean Page, being eyed as a potential contender for the next Bond. Winston, have you seen Bridgerton, or are you interested in checking it out?
Nah, it's gonna be a hard pass for me, dog. Not really my thing.
Back up, Winston.
Whoa.
I'm gonna have to pass. It's fine. I have nothing wrong with people that want to that people want to watch it. That's cool, but that's just I'm not really interested in period pieces. I understand that there's a lot of diverse casting in there. There's a very
a lot of sex.
I've heard about that too, but I've also heard that there's a very controversial episode in there as well. So I'm chilling, man. I don't need to watch that personally. That's just me. But I mean, it sounds like you're all over it, Roxy.
No, I actually haven't started it yet because I just I make orders of what I'm gonna do and then I binge things in their entirety before I move on. So I just finished last night Cobra Kai, which came out after Bridgerton, but it wasn't on my radar until whatever. Anyway, Cobra Kai was literally the best show of all time. Season 3 made my heart pound, and I was screaming at my fucking TV until 2 in the morning. That's not what we're talking about, but if you haven't watched Cobra Kai, it's so good. So now my next binge is Bridgerton, but all my friends are dying about this. Steph Sabra is like posting about this nonstop. I am a huge Shonda person. I love Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, and I still watch Grey's Anatomy. So, like, in Shonda, we trust. I think it was fucked up what ABC and Disney did to Shonda, and so I'm really glad to see her over at Netflix thriving, and so I want to support the fuck out of her and her show there, and I'm happy to hear that she's doing as well as she is.
I love Shonda and I support Shonda. I just, again, all it took for me is to hear about the drama in one of the episodes, and then I was like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, that's just me personally. I mean, Ryan, is this a show that you're watching? Because you're kind of making faces, so it makes me feel like maybe you were watching the show or
always.
I gotta control my faces. I'm sorry, you guys, but maybe I just wasn't. I'm not aware of the Shonda Rhimes ABC drama. Maybe I'm uneducated with that.
It was essentially, it's the same reason that Kenya Barris left and went to Netflix. Essentially, they were just kind of putting all sorts of like slaps on what they were allowed to do. And they both are like, motherfucker, do you know who I am? I bring you all the monies. I bring you all the Emmys. I'm out of here.
That's not actually what I was talking about.
Which part were you talking about?
The final straw, which is very exemplary of how they treated her the whole time with the Disney trip. You know what I'm talking about, Winston?
No.
So she wanted to take her sister to Disneyland.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Because her sister was out visiting and she asked for an extra free pass and Disney said no. And she was like, what? Essentially, that's when she picked up the phone and called her agent and was like, they don't respect me. They don't appreciate me. I've made them so much fucking money. I mean, the shows I just named are three of their top shows of the last decade.
Scandal and
How to Get Away with Murder.
How to Get Away with Murder, yeah.
And they were like, okay, you're lucky. We're doing it for you. They finally did do it. Then her sister got to Disney and her ticket didn't work. And so Shonda called and was like, guys, my sister's ticket isn't working. And they were like, isn't enough for you, basically? And she was like, she called her agent and was like, I don't care what it takes to get me the fuck out.
Oh my.
Which
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it just seems incredibly exemplary of probably how they were treating her.
Yeah, 1,000%. Because like what I knew about like Kenya Barris, for example, was the fact that like obviously doing Blackish, which obviously is still running on ABC at this point. There's been a number of times that Kenya and Anthony Anderson being like the two kind of pushing creative EPs on it, obviously. They did multiple episodes that they wanted to cover about police brutality, about the election, about all sorts of stuff. And some they allowed and some they kept pulling or they kept editing or watering down. So it went from being profound to maybe a little bit cheesy at times. And Kenya was like, look, if you're going to continue to stifle my creativity and what I'm trying to say, and I'm still keeping it, you know, PG so it can be on network television, then I'm out. Like, you're not going to. And so I thought that maybe it was the same thing for Shonda, where she was like, I feel like I can't cook. So she was like, I gotta be out of here. But to know that that's what it was, I mean, that's super fucked up because, again, she made a shit ton of money for that network. Like those three shows, Grey's still on the air, and then Scandal and How to Get Away with It. Literally, it became a thank goodness it's Thursday. It was Shondaland Day. They devoted an entire day of the week to her.
Wow.
So like that's wild to me to think that that's really what went down. So good for her for bouncing back, man.
And she has talked about how grateful she is to Disney, obviously, because she did have so much success. And I think that she knows that she did so much for them, but they also did a lot for her. But it clearly was like, you know, when you are friends with somebody for a long time and they still treat you like your high school version of yourself and you're like, bitch, I'm grown now.
Exactly.
Right? I think she became the boss ass bitch that she is, and they were still treating her like she was in high school.
And there's even when you said that they're treating you like you're still in high school, who did you reference? Because I was gonna say I feel like that's something we all go through when we become adults, is that you still have to show respect to your parents, but there's a point where it's like, I'm an adult. There's certain things you can't say or do to me anymore because I literally am grown. I pay my bills. I do my stuff. You're never disrespectful about it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I've had to have a little pushback with some adult relatives about COVID from time to time, where they're like, we wanted to meet together for the holidays, but they insisted on just going out and doing whatever. And I'm like, you don't get it. Like, somebody in the family is severely immunocompromised. If you're not willing to quarantine, you cannot join us for the festivities because we're not going to put their life at risk. You know, it feels like you said the same thing with Shonda. You're not going to treat me like I'm some fledgling writer. Right. I am that bitch. So you're going to treat me as such. And I'm not even asking for less. She asked for a fucking Disneyland ticket, man. That's insane.
Dude, that's $200 she wanted. I mean, like, and it's not even about the money because obviously she can afford it. Right. When you work for a company, there are certain perks that come with that like, that make you feel established, that you've earned. And like, for them to make that big of a deal of her wanting her sister to be able to go to Disney, it's just like, are you kidding me? If she wants 15-day passes for her entire family, if she wants 45 passes for the day, are you guys going to be that stingy? It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting, man. Just to see that. I mean, Brett, the question was, because I know you were out.
Eagle_Fang_Karate donated $20.
Thank
You're
you.
goddamn right,
Yes!
Roxy. We better have shirts available soon. Missed the stingray though.
Okay.
Eagle Fang forever.
Oh my lord. Brett, are you watching Bridgerton? Is the question.
Yes, I sat with my wife while she was watching Bridgerton, and I fell asleep like several times. It was kind of, I'm like, oh, so you're trying to get me to go to sleep, and so you can watch this show. I don't know. It looked cool to me. I liked the look of it. The story to me was just really kind of played out. It was just, I could see what was happening in the whole thing. I mentioned it the other day. I thought it was awesome. It was a completely diverse cast. There was no it wasn't like, well, it was back then there weren't any black people. No, they had every ethnicity represented. There was just, it was all over the place, and it was I don't know, it was slow and boring to me, and it wasn't anything new that I've seen. There was a lot of sex too, and I don't think it made it any better.
It was Netflix, so are we seeing titties, or is it just
you got some side boob? You got some man butt. I can't. Who's the lead actor that's up for Bond?
Roxy.
Brigade on Page.
I love man butt.
He is absolutely sexy, and I think he'd make a great Bond. I think he's been added to my wife's list, so I know that's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, oh, I see where this is going, like from the get-go. I know, and it went the way I thought it was going to go, even though I had to have the last 30 minutes of the last episode explained to me because I fell asleep. So.
Well, I mean, to that point, Brett, I mean, if you're not going to watch Bridgerton because it's too slow for you, I mean, are there other things? I know your daughter's into anime and stuff. So what if she wants to watch some anime that isn't readily available here in the States, man?
Well, that's a good question, and I love that segue. You guys, when I left, you guys are like, "Is he going to be able to do the ads?"
Yes, and not only did we think it, but we said it on air.
Well, listen, what you're going to need to do is get ExpressVPN to unlock movies and shows that are not available in your country, but are available in other countries. Like you said, my daughter's so into anime right now, and there's a lot of stuff that we can't get here that we can get on other places, so we use ExpressVPN. What ExpressVPN lets you do is change your online location so you can control the sites to show them that they think you're from somewhere else. On the app, you set the location, tap one button clicked, and refresh the page to access thousands of new shows and movies. Choose from almost 100 different countries. Now, here's some they list. I think a lot of people are into anime right now. Watch Studio Ghibli anime on UK Netflix. Watch anime on Japanese Netflix. And we talked a lot about Doctor Who the other day, which you can get on UK Netflix. Okay. This works on any streaming service, Hulu, BBC iPlayer, YouTube. You can stream in HD, no problem. There's no lagging, buffering. It's compatible with all your devices, phones, laptops, media consoles, smart TVs also, and also smart TVs. Not only does it change your location, it also encrypts your data and lets you surf the web safely and anonymously. Why can't I say that word? I did it yesterday. I don't think it matters because you know why I say it that way? Because I'm anonymous. I can say that part. So how am I anonymous? I got ExpressVPN, and I went to their website and said expressvpn.com/SEN. That's right. Type it in, expressvpn.com/SEN. Get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. expressvpn.com/SEN and go watch some Ghibli. Is that how you say it? Ghibli?
Yes, sir.
That's how you say it.
I was wondering about that one.
It reminds me of, you guys remember Phenomena?
Phenomena.
Yeah.
I was worried about it, and once you put it in your head that you're not going to be able to say a word again, you definitely mispronounce it one more time.
1,000% mispronounce a word after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Ghibli, It's Hayao Miyazaki's birthday today, so shout outs to Hayao Miyazaki.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. Because HBO Max actually, I think yesterday, put out 30 minutes just on YouTube, 30 minutes of relaxing Studio Ghibli images. So if you need like some relaxation, you can go on there. Their YouTube's 30 minutes straight of just relaxing images from the films.
All right.
Love it.
I love that. Let's go. Alex, well, real quick, I mean, I
Dale Paradise donated $20.
Thank you,
780 people watching and only 226 likes. What are you doing? Hey, Brett.
Call them out, bro. Call them out. But I didn't ask you and Ryan real quick. Do y'all have any feelings on Bridgerton? Are you watching anything like that before we move on to the next story?
I have a lot of other things to watch, and as my period drama, I decided to watch Dickinson to catch up on that because I know the second season's coming up, and I'm loving Dickinson so far. From a girl, and also it's super like anachronistic as well, and so I love it for that. But maybe I'm not sure about
Alex,
Bridgerton.
everyone's your girl.
Santoyo donated $20. Best line of the show. I got a lot on my mind right now. If I don't pass trig this semester, my dad is gonna shit in my mouth. Love you, chumps. Hi,
Yeah.
Brett.
Oh,
It's so good.
Oh.
Dad's gonna shit in my mouth. I was like, what?
What is that from?
It's Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Oh. See, okay. So
Strike
here's the thing.
first, strike hard, no mercy, Winston.
Well, okay, so here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I've admitted there's a number of old movies that I haven't seen, so I haven't seen the original Karate Kid before.
What's happening with you?
So before I watch Cobra Kai, I gotta sit and watch the movie. I just haven't had
This
time.
is like yesterday. Like you need to do this now.
I'm working on it.
You are going to love it.
I'm excited about it. I've heard like it's actually on my list of things to do. So this week I just finished Are You the One because I needed to get some trash TV in while I worked. So then my thing to do tonight after we do our Bachelor draft, which I'm very excited about that.
You watched last night?
Oh yeah. So now I know which we
I'm halfway through. Don't fucking say anything.
All I'm going to say is, Jesus, calm down, woman. Oh my God.
I panicked.
I know. I'm not. I'm not going to spoil or anything. We do a draft this year. This particular season, we finally put money on it. So what we decided to do, because we couldn't all gather together and like pause the show, we let the first round of girls get eliminated, and now we're drafting with who's left. So who's actually on the show? Because night one doesn't really count. So like we let them go, and now we're doing a draft tonight. So I got to finish my research and get ready for that because I'm trying to take everybody's money. And then after that, I will be watching Karate Kid tonight. That's on my list of things to do tonight. So I can start Cobra Kai. So there you go. I'm on it. All right. I'm working on it. But Jesus, I had never seen you come at somebody so hard in my life.
I don't want spoilers.
That's fair. There's so much. Roxy, call me when you're done. It's so funny. There's so much random shit going on.
He is so fucking hot.
Is he though?
Oh my God.
Is he though? Hot
body,
man.
faces.
Thank you, Brett. You understand. My God, I give him props. I give him props for his personality. I think he's a really genuine dude, and he is jacked.
He is
but
so
that face
hot.
though,
his face is not good. Eyeless looks like shit.
Are you guys insane? You don't.
I don't think. Neither does Kristen. Neither does my homegirl.
You guys are insane. I would sit on his face 10 out of 10 times. I love him.
Hey Alex, can you pull up a picture of him, please?
Yeah. Wait. I mean, you were just calling for the photo, right? You got it, Alex. Do it.
And then pull up a photo of the lead in Bridgerton. And
that's fair.
That's
when you compare the two of them,
man. There.
I haven't even seen Bridgerton, but I've seen the dude because I saw the trailer. Like, that's an attractive motherfucker.
Are you guys blind? Just wondering.
No, not at all.
He has like this cute nose. Oh, he's so hot.
You know what it is? He looks like a literal green bean. Everything is stretched out.
Bean dad.
You know what I'm saying? So like maybe that's what it is.
He's not scrawny.
He's not scrawny, but everything on his body is stretched out. Like he's a very lengthy guy.
Are you kidding? And also his mom was hot too. She was in those leather pants.
I don't agree.
Oh my God.
See, Tiffany just said, look at the comments. Tiffany just said, I just Googled him. He's okay, Roxy. Sorry. Like that's the thing. If you watch, you'll see how hot he is. He's hot on the billboards, but he's hotter in the show. Well, because he's the first genuine dude because he's not in the system. He didn't go and be on The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise. He just literally, he was gonna be, and then COVID happened, and they were like, you know what, screw it, dude. We don't even want you to do that other show. Just be The Bachelor. And I think by not being in the system and him being so genuine, I'm watching him and going, yo, I fucks with this guy. Like genuinely, I fucks with him because he's such a good dude.
If you don't see him for who he is, you don't deserve him, Winston.
I see him for what he is, an amazing guy. I just do not find his face attractive.
Sex pot of a man.
Everything here down. So like as Brett told you, everything
calling him a butterface?
A little bit, yeah.
Whoa.
I am calling him a butterface.
I'm flashing a photo for the YouTube watchers.
Okay, nice.
If you see him.
So attractive. I want to see what picture you're going to put up because I don't trust you.
This is the first photo that pops up when you search his name.
I haven't seen him.
I just hit live so I can see what you put up as well. I'm very curious
I'm
what
waiting
you did.
to see.
I'm patient. Like I know we're on a delay, so that's fine.
It's up there.
No, I'm not seeing it.
No, I'm not seeing it, bro.
Well, you're not seeing Karate Kid either, so I don't know what you're seeing, man.
Yeah.
Damn, bitch. You trying to catch?
I see it. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I see it.
Here's the thing. This is a picture that was used often, and I don't love this picture.
No. Look at all the fucking excuses. Either he's fine or he's not.
That's
what
not
the
an excuse.
fuck?
Winston, I'm sorry. Do you think you're fine? I think you're fine. Have you never taken not a great picture?
Sure.
I'll put one more up.
Okay.
I just see everybody's saying he's goofy looking and shit. He's got it like they're saying he's got a weird shaped head and shit.
Are
like,
you guys suck my motherfucking dick? You guys are. This guy is so fire.
Again, and this is one of those things. His body, his a temple. I will give the man props. I even turned to Kristen and I said, baby, you know, I'm doing T25 again. I've started running to train for another 5K again. Like, I'm gonna work my ass off to get in shape and like look good. But I watched the shit he was doing because he used to be on the practice squad for the Saints. I was like, I may never get abs. I don't think that's in the cards for me. I don't have the mentality to do the kind of work to get fucking abs. All right, it's just not in me. I give this man all the props for the abs and maintaining them because they did a workout regimen of his, a small bit in the teaser. And then on top of that, he is genuinely an amazing person. Like the stuff coming out of his mouth, how genuine it is, like the connections he made with some of the girls, no spoilers. He's a good dude, but his face though,
Jermaine
it's not.
King says, I think Roxy would sit on the face for the size of his nose.
That's what I was gonna say. He almost kind of has the like kind of penis nose thing going. You know, I didn't want to say it.
Look at this picture. Look at this picture he just put up. Look at this picture. Come at me, bro.
Is there a new one? He put a new one up.
At me, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. But you know what? But you know what you did?
On.
But you know what? There's a couple of things. First of all, I always said his body is right on point. And the other thing is the shades all of a sudden changed his face a little bit because now we've taken away from it. And there's a photo they showed during the episode where the motherfucker got dreads. The dreads helped frame his face and shit.
No, they didn't.
Exactly. So look, yo, this super chat's about to get read out loud, I'm sure, but this is exactly what I'm saying.
Bridge guy donated $50 through super chat. Stefan Urkel, dat you bro.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
That is the most egregious fucking thing that any of you guys have ever said. You're comparing him to Stephen Urkel.
No, Stefan. Like
Stefan.
As in like remember Steve like Steve Urkel got into the machine.
Became Stefan.
This dude is Stefan.
No,
that's
he's
what
still
this
not.
is. Yes,
no,
he's
still not.
Look at that body.
No.
That body, like the body, yada, like that's all day.
Yeah,
right?
but look at that face.
With glasses, amazing. With dreadlocks, amazing.
Wait, with the glasses? So your problems with his eyes?
No, but like you need some.
Brett, weigh in
He played
here.
football. He played football.
I won't. I'm not gonna go in too hard on him because we can do that after the show. But no, I don't think he's like drop dead gore. That's my kind. I think they're like, oh my God, he's the hottest person I've ever seen. Yeah. And I think and again, I don't know his personality yet. That may increase his hotness. Of course, and I've never been one to not admit that a man is attractive. I will, when my wife says, "Oh my God, look at that guy," I'm like, tell me about it. So I'm not hating on him just to hate on, I think, he's not what they're saying is like, oh my God. And I've thought that about bachelorettes before, like, she's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I'm like, where have you been?
Like, I didn't I personally, Claire before Tayshia, I did not find Claire attractive. Now, part of it might be from the standpoint that I think Claire is crazy, and I've watched her for years. So we've seen the evolution of being like, oh, you're a little genuinely unhinged.
Okay, do you think that the guy that Claire ended up with is hot? Because he is a dime.
What, Dale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you do have eyes.
Yes.
So
what vegetable does he look like?
He looked more like a spaghetti squash, like a spaghetti squash.
A spaghetti
that's not Dale.
squash.
No, that's not. See, that's him again. He actually looks better in this photo that you just put up, Ryan.
He's hot. He looks good there because he's hot.
But that was the whole thing. I watched an entire hour of him, and I never changed on how I felt about his face. I just was like, "You're such a good person, and you're jacked, bro. I get it. I fucking get it." But I don't. This isn't. It's just we got to move on. What's next, bro? What's the next news story? Jesus Christ!
Clip this out if you want more talks about people's faces. Send in your schmo box of your favorite faces and which ones you'd sit on.
That just makes me really miss Collider Live and just goofing off with Cody there.
Yeah, dude.
No, who doesn't miss Collider Live?
Donated $20. Big shout out to you all. You're awesome.
Aww.
Here's to keeping you all on SEN Live and a great 2021. Hi Winston, Brett, Alex, Ryan and Chunk. Follow the Whirl Girls on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to Roxy on YouTube. Get her to 20k subs and watch live at the Roxy.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Yes, the green beans in the background. Well done, Alex. Well done. Alex goes, let me pull a photo of him, and that's what you pulled. You ain't shit for that, bro. That's hilarious.
Roxy,
Alex didn't even weigh in. Alex thinks he's hot too.
Sure.
What an endorsement! What an endorsement!
Hey, he said fewer words in 2021. That was his.
Yeah, that is my resolution.
That's fair. Okay. Real quick before we get to the next story, y'all, we're at about 250. We got to get to at least 500. It's about an hour left in the show. All right. So help us get there. Send in those super chats. Send in those Streamlabs. Tell us what you think the current Bachelor looks like. Tell us what you feel about Michael Keaton and Batman. Tell us how your day's going. Tell us if you already broke New Year's resolution. Send that shit in because that's how we stay on the show. That's how we stay here giving you what you need. All right?
That's right.
Alex, what else we got on the news docket, man?
All right, we were just talking about Shonda Rhimes and Bridgerton on Netflix, so let's stay on that Netflix viewership choo-choo train, Ryan.
Thank
you.
He literally texted me like, have it queued up. Have it ready. And
that wasn't a bit we planned at all. And you reported that as sequel.
See, I'm sorry. Just to clarify, Alex, you texted Ryan saying, "Can you please pull a train audio clip?"
Yeah. No. It wasn't like the bit would work at all. So.
Wait. Do you have your question written down? Because I need to know what it is for this one. Wait, I don't even want to hear what the story is. I just want to hear the question and see if I can figure it out.
Wait, figure what out?
Whatever the story is.
Based off of your question.
Oh, based off the final.
Gotcha, okay. Winston, did you see the first movie yet? And would you be interested in seeing a sequel?
This is kind of a layup. Come on, Roxy.
I don't know what it is.
Oh my God. Did you not read the rundown?
No, I did. You didn't read the rundown. I did read the rundown.
Well, and guess what? I've been reading it while y'all have been talking. I don't care about your opinions. I've been trying to make sure that I'm ready for the story.
I'm so sorry, Alex.
All good, all good.
It's We Can Be Heroes. That's what
that is.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
One day.
No, We Can Be Heroes got a sequel. I mean, I actually put it on my Netflix list. I do plan on watching it. I'll probably wait until I'm hanging with my nieces and nephews so they can appreciate it. Because they apparently, I got the cutest fucking message, like a story on Instagram from my cousin. So she has 4 daughters. I call them my nieces, but they're technically my second cousins. They apparently, because they felt so strongly, they found out that I was up for that show, the series regular for another show. They have been watching my episode of Sydney to the Max on repeat for the last week. And they were like, Uncle Alex, we just wanted you to know that you got this. Like, we've been watching you and you're really good. So they'll give you a show soon. And I was like, y'all too cute, man. Like, I can't
agree with them.
Thank you. But I just have been super excited. So I'm waiting. I'm gonna go and watch We Can Be Heroes with them. But I can't see why they wouldn't, because this was the sequel to Shark Boy and Lava Girl, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
not the sequel. It featured characters from there and Spy Kids.
And
so
Spy, it's like a crossover.
Nix 2890 donated $20.
Thank you very much.
Chunk. Chew balls.
Oh.
Choo-choo balls.
Balls?
Well done, Neeks. Well done. Yeah.
We're not gonna play the choo-choo train thing for the choo-choo balls.
I'm just not on it today, you guys, and I would appreciate some more support.
Yeah, get back on track.
You definitely did that in the wrong order. You definitely just had to go choo-choo and then balls. You did that completely in reverse. I don't know. Are you getting a little bit of the Jalen Hurts out there? You get a little bit of the Carson Wentz out there? Like, what's happening?
The Sudfeld.
What about y'all? I mean, Brett, one with the kids. Y'all have or haven't watched We Can Be Heroes yet?
We have not. My kids don't want to do anything with us anymore.
Oh my God.
No, I know listen, here's the thing. I know that sounds sad, but during this time, people are not supposed to be in the house with each other all the time. Kids are supposed to go to school and hang out with their friends and then come home, and then they are more inclined to hang out with you. If they see you 24 hours a day, at night, they don't want to sit down and watch a movie with you. In my home, I found this. So yeah, my wife and I might have to see Soul on our own. I don't think my son's at the age where I don't think he wants to have feels about any type of movies, and I think it would make him, feel emotion. So I think my daughter would be a pool of tears. So there's that, and I as will I. But no, I haven't seen this. I think the Shark Boy Lava Girl thing, I don't know if that fell in between, like, when one was too young and one didn't really care about it. But we did see the Spy Kids. I love the Spy Kids movies. So but Shark Boy and Lava Girl, I heard, was surprisingly a really, really good kids movie. The name just sounds silly, but it's pretty good. I'd check it out if I had younger kids, or maybe I'll just do it by myself.
I mean, why not, man? Just to entertain yourself at this point. I would be okay with that's what I do. So,
we were too busy watching the entire season of Bridgerton.
Hey, woof, woof. I mean, Alex, did you watch the new movie, man? Are you excited for a sequel, or you don't really know?
I think I'll watch this one. I like Robert Rodriguez's films. Obviously, Alito is one of my favorites of that year. And I just like his sentiment and directing. But yeah, I was interested in seeing it just because I want to complete the Pedro Christmas trilogy, where he had Wonder Woman, We Can Be Heroes, and the Mandalorian behind the scenes all drop on Christmas on different streaming services. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested in seeing the movie.
Okay, Ryan.
Yeah, I grew up with Spy Kids. Spy Kids was everything to me. Love those 3 movies. Shark Boy and Lava Girl, that was the first one. I was like, okay, this isn't really for me, but it still had its place in my childhood. Yeah, I didn't check this out. It's just not for me anymore, but I do love Robert Rodriguez, and I'd take this time just to praise Pedro Pascal, as he's probably my favorite working actor right now. The dude is just perfect in everything, and he knows exactly what he's doing in every project. Like, even if it's a smaller role, he knows his place in everything, and I think this would be no exception. I just love that he's getting all this work.
Yeah, man. I mean, have you seen, though, the bromance going on between Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal? Because it's kind of my favorite thing on the internet currently. Like,
the New Year's photos were great.
That was so dope.
Look at these guys. They're so happy.
They're so happy. They're such friends. Yay. Hey, look, real talk, y'all. We'd about 275. You have, what, Elmo, Anaconda Brett, Drunk Brett, Obama, Cat Williams, Old Man Winston, Yoda. I don't know what else Roxy does as an impression. Alex, do you have an impression? Ryan, Watto.
Yeah.
And, he's already just doing his natural Henry Cavill. Like, y'all have all of that at your disposal. Send them in, y'all. Come on. You want to hear something ridiculous. Have Elmo argue with, Yoda about how hot The Bachelor is. Like, y'all can make that happen. Get it popping. That's what's up. Alex, what else do we got, man?
All right, last story of the day. Though deemed exempt from COVID restrictions, film and TV production in LA has halted for a few weeks due to a huge surge of infections in LA County. As many as 21% of tests for coronavirus are coming back positive, leading to SAG-AFTRA and the Producers Guild recommending that on-set commercial
The
production
Schmoutlaw
be
70
temporarily-
donated $20. Can you replay that bachelor conversation replacing Stefan Urkel's pic with Brett's shirtless pic from the Collider set?
I mean,
maybe one of the fans could tweet that out.
Yeah, do that. Tweet it out. That'll work.
Do that.
Who dat?
I bet Matt Link could do that. That would work.
Doesn't that? I mean,
I'm not
my body was shit in that picture. I thought my face was pretty good.
But that's why it's funny though, because it's the complete polar opposite. That body though.
Oh man, maintaining
man.
that dad bod for.
I was gonna ask.
Years now.
I mean, Roxy, is dad bods like really a real thing? Like, is that something that women are actually attracted to?
I don't know.
I think there's two types of dad bods. I think some gentlemen are given a pass on having a dad bod, like myself, because I'm only seen from the shoulders. I got decent shoulders. Below the pecs, even the pecs aren't that great. Pretty healthy little belly there. So
I do have girlfriends who prefer like a little dad bod. Yeah. I'm that's not particularly me, but
yeah. No, but
to each their own. I also don't like super fucking LA chiseled. That freaks me out. Cause like you need somebody who will eat a cookie with you.
I mean, that's the real shit. I just need to know that you're down to like have some barbecue. Like we can have plenty of salads, but like if you're not gonna eat some ribs with me, I don't know if it's gonna work.
Right.
So
the first thing when I first went over to my wife's apartment to meet her after our first date, she was just destroying a rack of ribs, and I was like, oh yeah.
It's real, bro.
Yeah,
it's 1,000% real. I went on a number of dates out here in LA where like we go to dinner. It's like, I'm just gonna have water, and I'm like, then I'm just gonna say this is the only date we go on. Like, I know you don't have to
awful.
Ribs, but like, if you're not gonna, like, I'm a big dude, I'm trying to slim down, but like, if we can't eat and be real, this ain't gonna work, man. Like,
ribs are my favorite food. I went on a date with a guy in a different state, and after our date, because I wouldn't shut the fuck up about how much I loved ribs, he sent me like these gourmet ribs back here and like a bottle of whiskey, and I was like, this homie gets me.
Right?
Yeah.
That man, if you could send a girl a bottle of whiskey and like a steak. Like I made Kristen like a steak and twice baked potatoes last night, because there's a Whole30 way to do that. I made like a dairy free like ranch to put in there, and And man, I got the best massage later. Not the sex. We had to go to bed early, but I got the best massage for that. So you know. Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and read them super chats and Streamlabs? I'm embarrassed.
Schmeelabs.
Go ahead.
It's like productions in LA, it's shut down. Yeah.
Oh, productions in LA. I mean, everybody here, I think, is affected in one way or another, because I know outside of SEN, people are on sets and either acting or behind the scenes. I mean, I think this is kind of straightforward. I know with you, Roxy, also on the acting tip, like I went from auditioning to stuff to being told by my agent, it could be a couple weeks before you hear anything, just because they've stopped stuff. I mean, what about you?
Yeah, things are, I was on set a couple times a week for some gigs, and right now I'm not. Like it's really, really slow to shut down, which makes sense because LA is in a really, really fucking atrocious state. And when you drive around, which I don't know if you guys have been doing it all, but I drive around and I get why. I get why we have 0 ICU capacity. People are walking around like their shit doesn't stink with no masks on, and like gathering in mass groups, and even though they're outside sitting like 2 inches from each other. I don't know what it is about the audacity of moving to LA thinking like you're the fucking greatest thing that's ever happened since sliced bread, but nobody's here is listening. Nobody.
Yeah.
I was confused. I was in Manhattan Beach. No other restaurants near me, or in like El Segundo, which is near me. None of them were having the outdoor dining. Manhattan Beach looked like it was just going off. And I don't know, is there like a different restrictions for rich people? I don't know. They don't get COVID? Is that the whole thing? Like, it's I don't know what it was, but I thought you couldn't do outdoor dining. I thought that was a thing.
It's kind of back. I think the sad thing right now is they just said on the news last night that ICUs are so full. If you know how a lot of times your heart can stop in transit to the hospital, and obviously they'll do what they can to resuscitate you, but they'll still take you there and try and save you. There's a new mandate that is passed that if anybody's heart stops before getting to a hospital, they just will not take you. They are ordered now to just let you're dead. So like if knock on wood, if anybody here got in a car accident and they had to rush you and your heart stopped, that's it. Like that's how bad it is right now.
They're having to make really, really tough decisions, decisions that they never wanted to have to make because we are in a bad spot. I mean, it's crazy because we're on the verge of ending this with the vaccination rollout. We're just not there yet, and people are acting like we are there.
Yeah,
it's scary. It's really scary. It's
that to me is a sad thing.
Yeah. I getting off my soapbox in 2 seconds, but like, just put on the fucking mask. Like, just put on step one, and then like live a little bit more of your life, I guess, if that's what you have to do. I mean, stay the fuck home if you can't, but like, otherwise, just put on your fucking mask. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I think the saddest misconception about a mask is that you're breathing carbon monoxide and not oxygen. And I've painted for 14 hours with a mask on, and that made my lungs not get affected worse.
Yeah.
I mean, there's surgeons that wear masks during they're not passing out. This is not that if you think that, you've got the wrong information. They're not constricting, because they're filtering the bad air that's outside there.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's all I'm hoping is that we get to a place of stability, that these studios can open back up, and that we can get back to work, and that people can be safe. Most importantly, that we can just really go back to living normal lives. The one thing I am scared about is that we are super light on those super chats and Streamlabs today, y'all. Like, please, Lord Jesus, please. I already can't act right now because they don't shut the studios down. Don't make me lose another job, please. Send in the money. Send in something funny. I don't. Where's 50 Shades? 50 Shades, where your jokes? I'll take some dad jokes right now. Shit.
Listen, my bread and butter was doing commercials, and apparently they stopped making those 6 years ago. So if they could bring those back, that'd be great.
You're SAG, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the problem, man. They've moved that all to non-union stuff.
Yeah, it's like, that thing that I just it was just strove to get, and had to borrow money from my mom to get my SAG card 20 years ago.
I had to
You
do
know,
that
and
too, bro.
now it affects my. Oh.
Yeah, now I have to do that. I did that too, man. I totally understand. So, ay Dios mío. All right. Well, with that, let's get off some sad stuff. Let's get into some of the super chats. Obviously, please, and Streamlabs, please keep sending them in. Send in the schmobots. Call in for an impression. Do it all, y'all. But Alex, why don't we start reading the ones we got, man?
All right. Myron Larrabee says, okay, hear me out. Instead of going into the past, the Flash goes into the future, and that's how you get Keaton as Batman. And since Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Cyborg don't age or slowly age, it could work that way.
It's a good point. That's what I was starting to say a little bit earlier, but that's a very solid point. Is none of them age, so that actually might work really well. What else?
Justin Square says, Winston, you cannot help Roxy answer this question. So Roxy, you have your invitation to the cookout. You bring booze and ice, and everything is all gravy. You get asked to play a game of dominoes, and you're all for it. Someone dominoes, and the person next to you says to you that you have to wash. Roxy, what do you do?
That I have to what?
You have to wash.
Wash?
Wash. W-A-S-H.
I have no idea. Dominoes is that game with the things that fall down, right? I have to wash.
It's also a pizza restaurant that delivers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Spelled differently.
Wash me with dominoes.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Winston, what is it?
Got us?
He's gone.
I mean, it literally means you scramble the dom. So yes, you've seen people use dominoes that they put them in weird patterns and stuff like that. So when you play dominoes, I can't explain the whole rules. Washing specifically is the term for shuffling. That's essentially what you're doing. You're shuffling the dominoes. So yes, we might have to
dominoes. Is dominoes often at the cookout?
Oh hell yeah! That you play dominoes at the cookout.
I've literally never seen dominoes in real life. I don't think
Lord
I've seen it like
Jesus
on TV
donated
and stuff.
$20. The Honorable 50 Shades of Geek sends his regard. Winston, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Zephyrtin, I bless you.
That's what's up. I appreciate it. Well, I'll have to. Oh my Lord! Before you come to the cookout, we go definitely have to do like an orientation. Like
this is the thing where like if it's a 4, you put it with a 4 or some shit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we played this like in elementary school. I feel like, right? Why do you guys play dominoes?
Yeah, this is some kid shit.
No. Like, is it like a lot of people can play at once, or like
it is? Yes, it's you have
okay.
four. You have 4 people play, and like the whole thing with dominoes is that it's actually one of the most strategic, like ridiculous and super fucking competitive and intense games ever.
Is it like a drinking thing or no?
You're drinking while you're doing it, but it's not a drinking game. It's just a very like it's a math based like fucking with people. Like it's dominoes and spades, and for some black people bid whist, but like you definitely do not step up to the spades table if you do not know how to play spades. They will either laugh you out or fight you out or anything else like that. Especially if you renege. There's a
what
whole
is spades?
Okay, there's a whole orientation we'll go through. I'll give you a syllabus. We'll go step by step about all the things.
Is that a card game?
Yes, it is. It's a game that if you don't know how to play it, you're not
growing up. So my family always makes fun of me because my siblings, they're like, if you ask them one thing about me, they'll say Roxy doesn't play games. I fucking hate games. I hate games. Like I don't play phone games. I hate games.
Why?
I don't know why. I just hate games. There's something about it that like feels like so I don't know anything about any games, card games, whatever. Like they always say Roxy hates games. Roxy doesn't play games. Like I don't know why. I just like don't like games. So I'll probably watch.
I mean, that's fine. You could do that. There's plenty of black people that be going to cookouts and go, I ain't playing no damn dominoes. I ain't playing no spades because it gets heated. Like it's funny.
I'm not into that. I'm too competitive, and like then I get mad, and like even when I go mini golfing, I throw the fucking golf and I storm off. Like I don't play games.
At $600, I'll sing "Games People Play" by the Alan Parsons Project. That's what I'll do for karaoke.
All right. We're at 3:30, so we're about half, a little bit over, a little under the halfway there. So if you want to see Ryan sing, $600, get him in. Roxy, it's one of those things that's. I would argue a majority of brawls or cops being called or guns being pulled at any of the cookouts I've ever been to, typically either dominoes or spades was involved because somebody was acting like an ass.
That's the thing. But I will watch all day. I love watching people do things, but I do not.
I was like, you love football.
Yeah, I love watching. And I was an athlete growing up. Well, that's a generous term, but I played lacrosse and soccer and basketball. Those to me are more like sports more than games. There's just something about games. I don't know.
So you don't like video games?
The one thing that I play is solitaire.
Nice.
I like solitaire.
Well, because there's nobody to compete.
Play yourself. That's right.
So what about Twister? Nice. You don't play like Twister or?
I will do it.
What about like, have you ever seen like if you have like a boyfriend or a fuck buddy, like sex dice? You're not playing any of those games either?
I don't like games.
You like to manage games, though.
Yeah. I like the SCHMOEDOWN.
How are you in SCHMOEDOWN? You don't like games? I'm so confused.
Well, there's like all different elements to it. Like,
fair.
SCHMOEDOWN is not a game; it's a sport.
It's a life.
Closer to a sport. I love sports.
Come on.
Yeah.
So you love sports. You don't love games. It's confusing only because.
No, I don't. It's not that I don't love games. I don't play games.
See, and the funny thing is that could be interpreted one of two ways. Both either A, I don't play Monopoly, but also I don't play no motherfucking games.
Both. That's why my siblings always say it about me. Roxy doesn't play games, like in any way. When people are fucking around, I'm like, stop. I don't play games. You know, like growing up, I don't know if you guys have siblings that would do this. That like you'll like fuck with each other, like push each other, like spit on each other and shit. And I would be like, stop. I don't fucking play games. Because I don't play games.
Just this crazy game of life.
All right. Well, we brought up the SCHMOEDOWN, so let's talk about the SCHMOEDOWN a little bit. I mean, we got me and you in here as far as managers. Brett, an active player in there. Let's talk a bit about yesterday. So as y'all saw, the draft list, Frankie Numbers put the full draft list up. It is, to my knowledge, ever evolving, but the current running draft list officially is out. There's lots of new people. Some of the other stuff that is happening, Roxy will have 2 picks in the 3rd round. The rule book is going to be released to fans, but specifically to the patrons first. So if there was another reason to get on the Patreon, that is definitely it. And then there's a whole new point system laid out for the factions. Which hasn't been released, but Christian is on Backstage today, so be sure to check out Backstage today. There's talks that he may talk about that today, if not later. Roxy, we had a long meeting. There was a lot of jokes slung, but there was a lot of like serious conversation. I mean, what was your takeaway from yesterday's meeting?
Alan Smithy donated $20.
I have my work cut out for me.
Yo, SEN Live. Happy New Year, Alex, Roxy, Ryan, Brett, and Winston. 2021 will be a better year and we'll be back in the world soon. Also, Michael Keaton is great. I would totally sit on his face. Wait, that saying doesn't really work for everyone. I get it.
You want to get nuts? Let's get.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. But Roxy, yes.
That's fucked up.
Sorry.
What were you saying though about your work cut out for you?
I just got my work cut out for me, and so do you, Winston. Like, we don't know jack shit about shit right now. And we have a lot of figuring out to do. This is going to be the hardest year of being a manager that there's ever been. Number one, when you're like the two of us, you've got to take people under your wing and like legit make them feel like they're part of a crew and figure out how much they're willing to study, what their strengths are, people who don't even know their own strengths now that we're going to be bringing in. There's so many incredible rookies, and a lot of them are great on the mic, but do they know anything about trivia?
Can we get Roxy's Yoda, Ryan's Watto, Brett's Elmo, Alex Schmeebot, and Winston's Obama hanging out in the cantina?
Sure. Write that down, and as soon as we finish talking about this, we'll do that.
50 Shades of Geek donated $20.
Thank you.
Sorry, Winston, I just bought my costume for Purim next month and am a little low on cash right now, but here's $20 for now. Hope it helps.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, 50 Shades. I just get so lonely when you're not here. You do what you got to do. I understand. We all got stuff that we going on right now, man. So it is what it is. But go ahead, Roxy. Continue.
So between that and also figuring out like when things are going to be and how you're going to get the amount of points, like this is now we're in math territory because we went over all of the new points and figuring out how that's going to be. And, you know, if I do keep the champions, which I would say there's a likely possibility, then I have to think about the fact that we know that we're not really doing teams for a long time because Christian has said he doesn't want to do digital teams, or at least wasn't planning on it, but now he might be. But if that doesn't come in until months into the season, and that's where my points are coming from right now, I have to think about what's happening and how the fuck am I going to get enough points? So like this entire thing is turned into a game of math, and every single player on your roster needs to be somebody who's capable of getting you points. So you can't really have any, like, you know, last year I had Adam Gertler on my team, who I absolutely love, who opened a restaurant and was unable to compete because he's slammed. So we need to think about those things. There's people
1,000%.
who are abroad or in different parts of this country. What will that look like? And then what happens when we actually start doing in-studio matches? And, you know, like the whole thing was extremely, extremely exciting, unbelievably overwhelming. And really for one of the first times to me felt like this is like going to be huge. Like I've believed in the SCHMOEDOWN for a long time. I've been a part of it for years and years, but this was like, we are bringing in people from the biggest parts of the space, not just in this space, but like the Paul Walter Hausers of the world that are coming through. Obviously, Jericho and Smith coming back into it, probably Doug Benson. Like, there's just so much going on here. This is massive.
It's getting bigger and bigger. I mean, and you're right. It is not just a matter of the training and teaching that we do, because it is that, but we already were managing and trying to deal with people's schedules. But now, and I won't get into it because Christian will give the specifics. Now that there's an opportunity to lose points as well, there is a matter of how you properly go about all of this. Like,
yeah, especially because you can't just bring in celebrities then, Winston, that aren't winning. Like, you need people who you're sure are gonna not put you in the red.
Exactly. And so it was one of those things that part of me appreciates it, but like when we have I think we're getting close to 200 active competitors or people in the draft. It's a lot to kind of go through. I understand that with 12 per roster, that's 96 that would be technically active on a team at any given point, but like the amount of research that we have to do, the amount of kind of communication and stuff like this, there's a lot going on. Yes, I said it. I'm not going to tell y'all what. I'm going to leave that to Christian. Don't go off writing all sorts of stories. I see you in there, Sack Rider. I mean, you can if you want to, but Christian will address the point system and how all this works very soon. Again, he'll be on Backstage today, 12:30. Definitely check that out if you want more. I don't know if that's what he's going to discuss today, but he did put in his email to us this morning that he will be releasing that sooner than later. So
I need people who are rookies, and I'm just throwing this out there, and hopefully some of you guys will listen to this. I need you guys to share with us legitimately your trivia knowledge, and I need that to be figured out. If you guys want to be drafted to a team, your best option of being drafted is making us aware of how trivia knowledgeable you are. So whether that's playing along with a match and sending that to us, or comparing yourself to another player and saying, when I played this match with Bibbs, I got this amount of points, or I win in this match. Here are my strengths. Here are my weaknesses. Like, I cannot be as risky and ballsy this season as maybe I want to until I know from you guys where you lie, because it's a lot this year, and I'm planning on winning. So
I'll tell you. I'll tell you this much. I'll go ahead and make my announcement here. If you know you're in the draft, if you know that you are in the draft, I already have a few people that I have my eyes on that I plan on contacting, but I will give people that are in the draft credit, and I will give you permission to do this. We'll say up until the actual draft. I will give y'all permission to do this. You can slide if you have been told by Christian you were in the draft, by the way, or you're on that official list. Other people, please don't, because I don't want to get completely bombarded. Slide in my DMs on Instagram at the Swaggy Blurred. Let me know that you're interested. I have a way of testing to figure that out. I've been working and developing on that. I'm not going to get into it. It's something very specific I've done for my faction. But let me know that you're interested. We will set up a meeting so that we can do that and just kind of see if it's a good fit or not. That's not saying that I'm automatically going to draft you or anything. There is not a combine that the SCHMOEDOWN already does. So this is something that I'm doing on my own. So if you are officially on the draft list and you want to make sure that I am seen by you, you have my permission to slide into my DMs and we will set up a meeting. You may be in a meeting with multiple people that are doing that because there's only so many hours in the day, but I'm letting you know that that is something going on. So I see Peggy in the chat, for example. I know that Peggy is in the draft, which congratulations. I'm very excited for that. So yeah, anybody officially on the draft list, you do have my permission to slide in my DMs and we can sort out a little mini combine and stuff like that. So there you go.
I can't slide anymore, I guess.
I mean, Brett, how do you feel knowing that all these people are going to be in the SCHMOEDOWN, man? Like, I mean, one, you're muted, just so you already knew that. Okay, cool. There's a lot of going on right now. I mean, how do you feel about the SCHMOEDOWN coming in?
Well, I know one thing. I haven't received any calls from any managers. And I don't think there's a manager out there, regardless of how good you and Roxy are, that could make me a good player. So my expectations are low. I know that Christian said I had a short shelf life when it came to competing, and he's probably not wrong about that. I just think it's fun. I'm glad that I get to compete, and if I get to do it some more, I would love it. But I think there's so many people out there that probably people have their eyes on people who actually have a ton of trivia knowledge, strangely enough, when it comes to a trivia league.
Yeah, that's fair.
I do miss live events, though. That's the one
that I'm excited about. There's talks that, I mean, obviously COVID has to rein itself in a little bit, and so the vaccine rolling out helps, but there are already talks by Christian and Skybound to hopefully get back to form with that this year. This year, obviously not anytime soon, but you know, we're hoping by the end of 2021, maybe even the fall, depending on how things shake, things might be moving soon. So we will see. We will see indeed.
Alex, what about you for the draft?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously didn't play last year in a real match. I was in an exhibition a few years ago, but I'm hoping that I'll be picked up. I mean, I feel like I've shown some knowledge here on the show and on Collider Live and everywhere I go, but honestly, there's other people who are more willing to study, have the time to study and everything, and so like, yes, take a look at them also. And so just know that I also have been wanting to do this as well, and yeah, it just didn't work out last year, which is fine. So whoever wants to draft me, like, please
really sell it, you know.
I didn't know you were in the draft, my friend.
Yeah, I'm listed above Kevin Smith, so that's the only time I'll ever be listed on the same list as him.
All right, man, I'll send you a text. We'll do a little combine action for your ass. Let's go, baby. Yeah, let's go. You put up my favorite photos in all of Collider Live and SCN history, so that's already a big one up for sure.
Thanks. I'll use that as my advantage.
And I saw you at like a film watching thing, you know, a little while ago, the cinema in the park. So you clearly are like there watching the movies for free because you're helping set them up. That
too, yeah. That was my old job. I also watched 400 movies last year, so within 2020. So
I watched 13. So just
that's right.
You wanna lay out the
Peggy
about
Sue
you,
got
Ryan?
married
Were you?
13 times.
Ryan, are you in the draft? What's going on?
I wasn't. I'm not in the draft. Maybe I wish I was. Maybe I dropped the ball on applying, and maybe I did a little promo yesterday for an exhibition, and John Roca might set it up on a future show if we hit a dollar amount so people donate. Maybe you can see that. But Alex,
Ryan, would you be good?
Oh, I think that's not a question I even need to answer.
Yeah.
Of course I'm good.
I think, him being humble, but I think he would be really good. I think Ryan, he's definitely proven himself to be able to jump in there and have knowledge about all this stuff. Definitely, it has a different skill set than the guy that's here to just make the fart jokes at appropriate times. So I think that it is sad that Ryan's not in the draft, and I don't know. I mean, does that mean he can't?
I think applications are due on Friday.
Are they?
I think
Maybe
Friday is the last day.
Maybe one's in transit. Maybe one's in transit. Maybe I'm watching the final 5 episodes of Jeopardy, and maybe I'm recording myself answer all the movie questions. I don't know.
Yes.
We'll see. Just keep an eye on Twitter, you guys. Keep an eye out.
I mean, look, you have Christian's bat line. You should just tell him you want to be in. He would probably put you in. You have a fast pass.
Tell me you have to be in the show in the draft, or else you're not putting on this show anymore.
I'll call him and I'll say I'm missing.
Yeah,
I'm missing some votes to get me in the draft. Can you get me on there, Christian?
Oh my lord.
All right, let's. The votes.
Any last SCHMOEDOWN news before we do this impression and read some of these Streamlabs and super chats?
Well, Christian will be on tomorrow, so you can just call him out right on the show.
I'll confront him on air, and maybe he won't be expecting.
That is also a possibility. I mean, shit, because Christian loves ultimatums. That's always super fun.
Loves to. But before you pitch yourself, tell him some ways that he should change the way the game is played. Definitely give him some ideas of how maybe Matt.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
I kind of want to see what happens when you do that. I really kind of do. A real talk. All right,
I think the speed round should be blah, 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 blah.
Oh shit. All right, let's do this impression real quick. What was it again?
All right, we got Yoda, Watto, Elmo, Schmobot, and Obama hanging out in the cantina.
Do we have cantina music?
Do we have it?
Watto, what kind of business are you running here, man?
Is it this? Is it? No, it's not.
No.
Sure.
We
It's
don't.
an old-time cantina.
It's the High Republic cantina.
This is really nice. I've heard a lot about blue milk. Do you have any blue milk here?
I do. I actually saw Matt James drink it last night. Isn't he a good-looking fella?
He is on his face, I would say.
Decent face, but kicking body.
I mean, here's the thing. The man is tall, dark, and mentally handsome, but that face just really doesn't do it for me, personally.
It takes more than credits to impress me. I'd like to see him in a pod in a race.
Or dominoes he will play, a cookout he invited to already.
Obi-Wan donated 20 credits. May I have a blue milk, please?
You guys know where there's any Muppets only bars around here? You're all starting to make me feel uncomfortable, all you different races and alien species.
Oh, Elmo, no.
Sorry, God. This isn't your world, Elmo.
Elmo, you can kiss my unicorn.
I can't believe I let Sasha and Malia grow up on this racist bigot. Absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, you mean just right person? Someone who's right about everything?
Right?
Who's got the facts?
Oh, right, you said. What?
Oh, both of those.
Oh my God.
My map quest tells me to take an alt-right every time.
Elmo, no!
Oh, no.
I'm calling it. Holy shit.
Oh, no.
My map quest
Elmo,
tells me to
tickle
take
me,
it.
Elmo.
Did
Jesus
it?
Christ.
I blew that. I wish Waze would have been hipper, Ryan.
No,
Waze.
MapQuest checks out. MapQuest checks out. That works. All right, Alex, you got about 15 minutes. Keep sending those Streamlabs and super chat. Alex, give us what we got, man.
All right, Trevor Fast says, Brett, I'm so sorry for stealing your chunk thunder. Chunk thunder. Also, Ryan was Bullwinkle.
Ooh, Chunk would have big chunk thunder. Like, right? It's
do
not like
have
big
chunk
energy.
thunder.
You
I
got
bring
big
that chunky thunder.
Yeah.
Big chunk thunder.
Gross.
Okay. Justin Square says, I don't have money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you, I will not pursue you, but if you don't, I will look for you, I will find you, and I will kill you. Happy Tuesday, SCN crew. Also, hey Ryan, if you could play anyone in a SCHMOEDOWN match right now, who would you play?
I would respond to him and say, good luck on a match against me in the SCHMOEDOWN.
Ooh. Also, I thought that was Justin Squared, like throwing his hat in for like the draft and shit. And I was like, bruh, after all of the just taunting and trolling your ass has done to me and Swag this past year, man. Nah, but Justin Squared's actually a good dude. He's become my Facebook nemesis at this point.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'd
Go look at the SCHMOEDOWN Facebook group, man. It's just us constantly trolling each other back and forth. So
I'll log on right after this.
Yeah. What else we got, Alex?
Tiffany F with a fun question. What celebrity do you find hot that other people don't? I think Seth Green is adorable.
Apparently, Matt James.
Yeah. Is he a celebrity?
I guess he is now. He's a celebrity for the next 8 to 10 weeks.
He was already a TikTok star.
Oh.
Do we call like 30,000 people a star?
I hope so.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
On TikTok. I don't know. Do you have 30,000 people on TikTok, Roxy?
No.
Did you say a star? Ryan? Did you?
Chloe Grace Moretz.
People don't find her attractive?
Everyone thinks Chloe Grace Moretz is hot.
I think she's hotter than everyone else thinks.
Oh my God.
Maybe you should write a rap for her, Ryan.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I think it would be a hit, girl.
I don't know if there's any celebrity that's not attractive that I find attractive. I think all the celebrities that I find attractive, people are like, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a tough one.
I'd have to think about it for a minute.
Yeah, if you think of one, let us know.
Yeah.
Let's just not say any words until Winston thinks.
Yeah, we have to all.
No, don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you do it.
You
are not paralyzed. Winston's trying to think of a celebrity that he finds hot. Then not a lot of other people.
Now I gotta look. I literally just Googled ugly celebrity because I don't know what the fuck to do. Like I don't know how this is gonna play out. All right.
Does Caitlin Deaver work?
This list is absurd.
No, what? Are you insane, Alex?
Damn, okay.
I think she's hot as fuck, but I do know that she plays very avant-garde characters. Helena Bonham Carter.
Everyone thinks Helena Bonham Carter's hot. You guys are naming
we
hot
could pull
people.
from The Office and go Hillary Swank. What do you think?
Are you guys kidding me?
I guess.
Is Hillary Swank hot? She's an A-list rich ass celebrity. Of course she's hot.
I don't know, man. I got nothing. I really got nothing. This list is stupid. I'm looking at this list and I don't. Kat Dennings, but I think she's super hot, and I think a lot of people think she's hot. I don't know.
Say something like Danny DeVito.
Nah. He's a really good actor.
The Flirtin' Flouse in the chat.
Oh, that's rude as fuck. That's rude as
wow.
Alex.
Is that how y'all really feel? That's rude as fuck. Keep reading. I'm gonna keep looking, keep reading the super
Anya Taylor-Joy,
man.
Rebel Wilson, Yvette Nicole Brown. That's what they're saying in the chat. I'm just updating.
Yvette Nicole Brown, she hot as hell. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Yeah, so it was Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh yeah.
I don't even. Nah, I don't know. This is getting really ugly, and no pun intended. Damn.
Everybody's hot.
This is kind of a setup to be a jerk.
I was gonna say I don't like this. I don't like this. Let's just move on to the next one.
Everybody's beautiful. Jess Quo says donates but does not say anything, so thank you very much, Jess Quo. Big Black Steve says, hi, SEN crew. What are your thoughts on casting a Robin who is significantly more muscular than the actor playing Batman? Zac Efron used to get fan cast as Robin, and I'd personally like to see mixed race actor / martial artist Brandon Marino as Robin.
I mean, I'd be okay with either of those. I can also see that it depends how old is Batman. You know what I'm saying? If Batman's kind of starting to go slightly over the hill, I could see that. But otherwise, I think that that's kind of the whole point, is that even when Nightwing gets jacked, like, it's him and Bruce are like kind of on the same level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all agree, disagree.
It depends on what iteration. Like, there's so many versions in which I could see a more like slender but nimble Nightwing, and then there's some in which I could see like a full-blown jacked Nightwing. I agree that it's a good opportunity to bring diversity into the DCEU, where there is some but not much. And I like Nightwing, so yeah, I think that this would just depend. I think it's okay if Nightwing's more jacked than Batman, but I don't think it's necessary.
See, now Roxy, I understand that he is a drawn character. We haven't seen a live action Nightwing, but that's a face I would sit on. All right, like Nightwing's a good looking dude.
Nightwing's hot.
And also, did you see the photo that came out of like him and the cheeks? Like someone drew Nightwing over the years and the cheeks he had on him. Like, good lord.
You like his cheeks?
His cheeks be popping, man. They just nail. What you trying to say, Roxy? What you trying to say?
That I get it. That I feel you.
It's hard. It's hard to envision like a live action Robin. We were just talking about Chloe Grace Moretz with Hit Girl. I mean, that was a cool portrayal of a similar character, but it was ironic. It was ridiculous. It was funny because that's just something. That's a relationship we haven't seen really translate well to live action yet. Because I think it works better on the page and in animation than it would in live action. But maybe someone will surprise us. So until we see that, I can't even envision it.
Fair. That's fair.
I don't have any dream casting right now, because I think that's what they were doing. Dream casting.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that we've got Dick Grayson on Titans, so we have.
He's actually a pretty good actor.
Yeah, he is really good. Brenton Thwaites. He's very, very talented. But you know, it's not like he's I don't think that was like a shocking casting. It wasn't like, oh, that brings something completely new to the table.
Right. Alex, what else, man?
50 Shades of Geek says, I totally messed up my spelling yesterday when I said that Ryan looks like a younger, handsomer, and more mentally stable BoJack Horseman. My bad, I apologize.
It's funny because you said I sound like yesterday. Today you're saying I look like a horse.
Yeah, yesterday was less offensive.
Right.
Yes,
it's almost like I thought the spelling error was mentally. It was I look like a horse.
Come on, 50. He also says, I think you'll all be happy to know that I tested negative yesterday. Woo. The guy who took my IQ test still can't believe it.
That was funny. I was about to say something like heartwarming about congratulations.
But nope.
Yeah.
Okay, 50 Shades a Geek is back again saying, okay, now for real, no joke. Yesterday I took a colonoscopy test after experiencing similar symptoms to what Smets said had happened to him. Thank the Lord Helix, everything is fine with me. Get yourself checked if you feel you need to, people. # smash cancer.
Yes.
Glad to hear
Fuck
that,
yeah.
50.
Yes,
Ace
sir.
Money says # Chunky Thunder.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Geek also says, Ryan, if I ever see you in person, sorry, if I have the honor of meeting you, I'd love to have a Watto impression off with you. Should be fun.
Let's do it. Shades.
Bro, how was your throat after doing that voice?
It's more my gut because I'm like clenching up weird parts of the body.
Little Annie.
50 Shades. 50 Shades. Ow.
Oh, yeah, I can't really.
It's a Kegel exercise impression.
Oh, little Annie.
It's fun. It's fun. It hurts. It's fun.
It hurts. It's fun.
It's fun.
All right, from Nick Bascom going into super chats now. Winston, that hoodie is awesome, and where can I get one? I love you all, and thanks for the amazing show. Hi, Brett.
Thank you. Jay knows the answer to this question. So come watch us on Blurds today, 2 p.m. You see what I did there? But real talk, come to Blurds, and I will make sure Jay says out loud where you can get this for sure, because he knows there's a guy that hooked us up with these. But we do have some fun Blurds merch coming out soon, so I cannot wait for that either.
Nick Bascom also says, thank you all for being there for us daily. SCHMOEDOWN.
Yay.
Let's see. Epsilon Audio says, hey guys, sorry I don't have any jokes, but what indie movie are you looking forward to the most this year? For me, it's James Wan's Malignant or Edgar Wright's Last Night in Soho.
I don't know. I'm down for Last Night in Soho. That sounds good.
That's the one you're looking forward to most this year?
I don't know a lot of indie films that are coming out right now, personally.
So. Oh, it said indie. I missed that part.
Specifically indie, yeah.
That's Alex's department.
Yeah.
Last Night in Soho for me.
I worked on a movie called The Beta Test. That's an indie. It's new Jim Cummings. That's easily my most anticipated. I think it sounds so cool, and I think it's going to rattle some cages.
Ooh.
I like it.
I did check out Wolf of Snow Hollow, Ryan, and I friggin' loved it. So everybody go check out Jim Cummings' second movie, The Wolf of Snow Hollow. And Ryan worked on it as well.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Garth Harkness McMurray says, this one goes out to the Flouse. You are beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can bring you down. You are beautiful in every
Jeremy donated
way.
$20.
Thank you,
If
Jeremy.
Virus and Crips all got along, they would probably gun me down by the end of this song. Seems like the whole city go against me.
It's me.
Every time in the street I hear
yeah, man down. Where you from? Fuck who you know. Where you from, man? Where your grandma stay, huh, man? It's Bad City now. Run, man.
It's funny because don't you get one per show, Winston? You didn't want to use it just now?
I didn't know. It's okay. We didn't, you know what? I can have my one per show if we get $35 in the next 2 minutes. Otherwise, the show is ending. So there you go.
You are being a shill for saying the N-word. Okay, I get it. I thought me bringing my daughter on for money was bad, but this, you took it.
Oh, Lord. 2 minutes.
Oh, Alex, do we have any more?
Last one from Tiffany F. I didn't mean to start some shit. I should have said unconventionally attractive. Damn it, Tiffany. If only you would have said that.
I blame Tiffany
Everybody's
entirely.
hot.
I blame Tiffany entirely for that. How dare you, Tiffany? Wow. All right. Well, if we don't have any more Streamlabs, we don't have any more super chats. I know that Roxy got to get out of here at noon. I got to go for a run. Brett Sheridan got to look at the kids in school. Ryan got to cry about the Eagles a little bit more.
The
and Alex has gotta change his...
_Wolf donated $35. Do it.
My nigga. Anyway, I'm just playing. I love y'all. Thank you so much for coming through on SEN. I can't believe that's how we're ending the show. I love each and every one of you. Backstage, 12:30. Christian Harloff, the chairman, will be on, and he's going to be talking about the draft and the points and the rules. He's going to be covering a lot of stuff as this rollout continues, so definitely check that out. Check out Live at the Roxy. Check out Blurds in the Hood. We love y'all. You have a wonderful Tuesday. Deuces.